turn to section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about the future of electric airplanes.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
Electric airplanes are poised to revolutionize the aviation industry, offering a sustainable alternative to traditional fossil fuel-powered aircraft. With advancements in battery technology, electric propulsion systems, and materials science, the dream of zero-emission air travel is becoming a reality. The primary driver behind the shift to electric airplanes is the urgent need to reduce carbon emissions. The aviation industry is responsible for approximately 2 to 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions, a figure projected to rise as air travel demand increases. Electric airplanes, which rely on batteries instead of jet fuel, emit no carbon dioxide during flight, significantly reducing their environmental footprint. Current developments in electric aviation are promising. Several companies, including established aerospace giants and innovative startups, are working on prototypes for short-haul flights. Aircraft like the Pipistrel Alpha Electro and Eviation's Alice have already demonstrated the feasibility of electric flight for regional travel, with ranges of up to 500 miles. These advancements cater to commuter and cargo flights, which account for a significant portion of aviation activity. However, challenges remain. The energy density of current batteries is significantly lower than that of jet fuel, limiting the range and payload capacity of electric aircraft. Researchers are exploring next-generation battery technologies, such as solid-state batteries, to overcome this limitation. Infrastructure upgrades, including charging stations at airports and renewable energy integration, are also necessary to support widespread adoption. The future of electric airplanes will likely begin with hybrid models that combine electric propulsion with conventional engines. These hybrid aircraft can bridge the gap, reducing emissions while allowing for longer ranges. Additionally, advancements in aerodynamics and lightweight materials are expected to enhance the efficiency of electric planes. As governments and organizations prioritize decarbonization, policies and incentives will play a crucial role in accelerating the adoption of electric aviation. The future of air travel may soon be one where quiet, efficient, and eco-friendly electric airplanes dominate the skies, transforming not only how we travel but also how we protect the planet.
That is the end of section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about sustainable farming practices for a growing population.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
The global population is expected to reach 10 billion by 2050, placing immense pressure on the agricultural sector to meet food demands sustainably. Sustainable farming practices are essential to ensure food security while preserving the environment and maintaining soil health for future generations. One key approach is the adoption of precision agriculture, which leverages technologies such as GPS, sensors, and data analytics to optimize the use of resources. By applying fertilizers and water only where needed, farmers can minimize waste and reduce environmental impact. Similarly, drones and satellite imagery allow real-time monitoring of crop health, enabling targeted interventions. Crop rotation and diversification are traditional yet effective practices that improve soil fertility and reduce pest outbreaks. Planting a variety of crops enhances biodiversity, prevents the overexploitation of specific nutrients, and reduces the need for chemical inputs. Integrating cover crops, which protect the soil between harvests, further prevents erosion and enhances organic matter. The use of integrated pest management, IPM, is another sustainable approach. By combining biological, cultural, and chemical methods, farmers can control pests effectively while minimizing harm to beneficial insects and ecosystems. For example, introducing natural predators of pests or planting pest-resistant crop varieties can significantly reduce the reliance on synthetic pesticides. Agroforestry, the integration of trees and shrubs into agricultural landscapes, provides multiple benefits. It enhances biodiversity, improves soil structure, and sequesters carbon, contributing to climate change mitigation. Additionally, livestock integration into farming systems can be managed sustainably to recycle nutrients and improve productivity. Water conservation methods, such as drip irrigation and rainwater harvesting, are critical in addressing water scarcity. Sustainable practices also include the use of renewable energy, like solar-powered pumps, and reducing food waste along the supply chain. While challenges such as climate change, land degradation, and economic barriers remain, sustainable farming practices offer a path to balance food production with environmental conservation. By adopting these practices, farmers can contribute to a resilient food system that meets the needs of a growing population while safeguarding the planet.
That is the end of Section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to Section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about the role of vertical farming in urban areas.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
As urbanization continues to rise, feeding growing populations within cities has become a critical challenge. Traditional agricultural practices, which require vast amounts of land and water, often cannot meet the needs of dense urban areas. Vertical farming, an innovative approach to agriculture, is emerging as a solution to address this challenge. Vertical farming involves growing crops in stack layers, often in controlled indoor environments. This method maximizes the use of limited space, making it ideal for urban areas where land is scarce. By utilizing techniques such as hydroponics, growing plants in nutrient-rich water, and aeroponics, growing plants in air or mist, vertical farming significantly reduces the need for soil and water. These systems can use up to 90% less water than traditional farming methods, an essential feature in water-scarce urban environments. One of the greatest advantages of vertical farming is its potential to produce fresh, locally grown food year-round. With climate-controlled environments and LED lighting that mimics natural sunlight, vertical farms can operate irrespective of seasonal changes. This minimizes transportation costs and carbon emissions associated with importing food from rural or international sources. Moreover, vertical farming contributes to sustainability by reducing the use of pesticides and fertilizers. The controlled environment eliminates many pests and diseases that plague traditional farms, resulting in healthier produce and fewer chemicals entering the ecosystem. Vertical farming also supports urban resilience. By decentralizing food production and establishing farms closer to consumers, cities can reduce their dependence on long supply chains vulnerable to disruptions. Additionally, integrating vertical farms into urban landscapes, such as on rooftops or within abandoned buildings, can enhance air quality and reduce urban heat islands, despite its numerous benefits. Vertical farming faces challenges such as high energy consumption and significant initial setup costs. However, advancements in renewable energy and automation technologies are helping to mitigate these barriers. As cities continue to expand, vertical farming offers a promising pathway to sustainable urban food systems. By incorporating this innovative practice, urban areas can address food security challenges while promoting environmental and economic sustainability.
That is the end of Section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to Section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about biodiversity loss and its global impact.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
Biodiversity, the variety of life on Earth, is vital for maintaining healthy ecosystems and supporting human life. However, the alarming rate of biodiversity loss poses significant threats to the planet's environmental, economic, and social stability. This loss, driven by factors such as habitat destruction, climate change, pollution, and overexploitation of natural resources, has become a pressing global concern. One of the primary causes of biodiversity loss is habitat destruction, often resulting from deforestation, urban expansion, and agricultural practices. Forests and wetlands, which house numerous species, are being converted into farmland or urban areas, leading to the displacement or extinction of countless organisms. Climate change exacerbates the situation, altering habitats and making them inhospitable for many species. The consequences of biodiversity loss are far-reaching. Ecosystems rely on biodiversity for balance. When species disappear, the entire system becomes vulnerable. For example, the decline of pollinators like bees threatens global food production, as they play a critical role in the pollination of crops. Similarly, marine ecosystems suffer when overfishing disrupts food chains, affecting both aquatic life and human communities that rely on fishing industries. Biodiversity also holds immense economic and medical value. Many modern medicines are derived from plants and animals, and the loss of these species limits future discoveries. Moreover, ecosystems provide essential services such as water purification, climate regulation, and soil fertility, which are irreplaceable. Addressing biodiversity loss requires a concerted global effort. Conservation initiatives, such as establishing protected areas, promoting sustainable land use, and restoring degraded habitats, are crucial. Governments must enforce stricter regulations to curb illegal wildlife trade and reduce pollution. Furthermore, public awareness and community involvement play vital roles in promoting biodiversity-friendly practices. International agreements, like the Convention on Biological Diversity, aim to set global goals for conservation. However, achieving meaningful change depends on collective action from individuals, businesses, and governments. Protecting biodiversity is not merely an environmental concern, it is a necessity for the survival of all life on Earth.
That is the end of section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers.